good evening. So I say good day. Yeah, my name is Evans Sabo here, Professor of Economics at Covenant University of Nigeria, and the privileged chair of DIaDeRC, the PECOS Institutions and Development Research Center, which is the center that has this flagship program called the African Scholars Mentorship Network. Now, I'm here today to give you a very interesting update because this May is made it 2 years that DIaDeRC, our ASMN program has started, and we have recorded a lot of progress with so much feedback and testimonials from across the world. So we are always encouraged by your testimonials. Hence, today we are introducing another program to ensure that they will keep our audience updated, and we're going to get our global ASMN community well informed and provide helpful solutions that they need, particularly in driving our motto of honing knowledge for transforming lives. So today we're introducing a new program, a new package that we call the Scholars Mentorship Network. I'm going to show my screen now, and you follow me as I introduce this wonderful program. Yes, I think you can see my screen. Right, so that is my screen showing this. So we're coming us to Scholars Mentorship Network. Like I said earlier, ASMN is the African Scholars Mentorship Network. But over these 2 years of running the program, we are seeing scholars joining us from all over the world, outside of Africa, from Asia, from Middle East, from Europe, from America. And then we want to have this package that we can reach out to our global audience. So we have this package called the Scholars Mentorship Network, simply called SMAIL. Okay, so not only ASMN, but also reaching out to others. So I'm welcoming us this day to this great program, Scholars Mentorship Network, targeted still on our motto of honing knowledge for transforming lives. All right, so what is in for you as a scholar? When I'm a scholar in this context, it doesn't have to be in academia, it's also for professionals. So this program also serves for professionals. All right, so I will introduce myself as a professor of economics at my university and the founder of the PECOS Institutions and Development Research Center. So what is the focal points of SMAIL, the Scholars Mentorship Network? So the aim is to help scholars and professionals. What does it take for you to climb from the lowest ebb in your career and profession to the peak? And the good news is that I'm using myself as a case in point. I started my career as a GA, driving assistant, more than 20 years ago. And within a short time, I went to climb to become an accomplished scholar, globally recognized professor. And so I'm using myself as I don't want to say template, but as a testimonial to see how we can communicate these helpful tips, what makes people like us to achieve such mileage within a short time. So that's because what we're covering. So we are looking at areas, we like call it a toolkits that are helpful in accelerating your career progress. In other words, getting to the peak without at a short time, even without much sweat. So the first focal point here will be showing on how to write.
Okay, now we go to Zoom. Okay, good evening or good day from here. Yeah, I remind your host, Evans Osabuya is my name, and I'm happy that we've. Please, again, confirm that you can hear me and you can see me. I want to be sure. Just whether you're on YouTube here, or YouTube or on Zoom, don't write yes, we can hear or see. So being displayed here is our agenda for today. which is episode 4. Is a journey that was started since on the 11th of May, and we'll be running it. And thanks so much for staying tuned. Okay, so again, I remain your host. Professor Evans of Savoya is the name, and I want to welcome you. By the way, happy new month to everyone. This is the 1st of June. We'll do that shortly, and we'll have a flyer from our media team today. But I want to remain grateful to God for this privilege of life and for this privilege of this platform. And that again to mention is that ASMN turned 2 years this week, yes, the year passed on the 28th of May, to be precise. And there are many things that we have recorded. So that's why we remain grateful to God. So thank God who have helped us this far, that He will take us yet higher and higher in the name of Jesus Christ. So I welcome you as I take the opening section, and then welcome our speakers already in the house, and we'll be doing the justice to that shortly. Okay. Now, so this agenda we are running with, although for today we'll take, after the first presenter by Dr. Patience Njolaini, we'll take few burning questions, and then we'll go on to the other presenter, and then we'll run with that, okay? Okay, so again, just to be sure that we're together, you can go our first KYC, know your not customers here, but know your participants here. So write your name, your affiliation, where you're coming from on the chat. That would be great for this site. Because one thing that by now, talking about collaboration, so even on this platform, if you have not connected with one, two, three persons since we started on the 11th, I can say you are wrong. So if you are not done that, please, today's is episode 4, between today and next episode, ensure that between this platform, you should be able to know one or two persons that you can connect with in your area. Very important. All right, again, this is our pyramid, is our focal point. I was taking time to discuss it in detail in that our new channel, the Scholars Mentorship Network. So let's go through it. I provide key points on who is a mentor, how to know a mentor, and what the relevance of mentorship, and how to handle mentor-mentee relationship. All of that will help us a lot, whether you are a mentor or you are a mentee. Very important. All right. So these are our tripod stand we're following on. That the mentee remains the captain, or the mentor remains the co-pilot. Then issue of trust is very important, and evaluation process is very important too. Please don't write on my screen with that. Okay, so the relevance are so numerous. We highlighted a few of them there. Again, I refer you to the YouTube customized training we did on that, on our Scholars Mentorship Network. So check it out, and you'll be glad you did. Right, this is a show of assessment. Who's the mentor and how that I won't take time to I spent time on that. And don't always forget is our another key points, your setting of goals. Goal setting is very important, because if you don't set goals, you may not score a goal. So short term, medium term, long term are very important. And be true to yourself. That will be very important. So these are the key features. And now what I'm going today, before I go on to scholar, again to remind us that today is the episode 4. We're almost working towards the end of the series, which is next Sunday. So just remind us that the ASME premium membership is still open by the link. And when you also subscribe to it, we welcome you with this badge. So please take advantage while it lasts. By God's grace, the last Sunday of June, we will do the onboarding of Pastoral to close that chapter. We will now open for. So we will onboard once every half of the year, so twice a year. And the testimonials are very, very important. The area of putting people in cluster, grouping, collaboration are done within the premium group. So you'll be glad you did to join. The certificate is almost ready, or is ready rather. What are the criteria? One is the doing exercises. I'll just give us an update on that shortly. Then 2 is also subscribing to ASMN premium membership. So these are the key criteria to qualify for certificate issuance. So, and it's going to be issued by DIaDeRC with a partner in the CSET at the University of Regina, Canada. So please, you'll be glad you did value that. Yeah, for instance, I picked through this afternoon, and it's been encouraging for episode 105. So this afternoon, 105 persons have done it. For me, it's quite encouraging. I think that's the highest we have ever had for episode 1. Next week was episode series 4. We had 96, so 105. And episode 2, 76 have done it. Episode 3 is 41. So it's still open. We'll still leave it open till next week. After today's session, episode 4 will be available. So let's get set to complete it, because that's one of the key criteria to qualify for certificates. Why we're doing this, so be sure that after the lesson you go through it. It's one way to also give us assurance that learning is taking place. It's one of the things we learned before we commit this training, what we call the online pedagogy. So let's show we complete that. We'll see leave it open until by next week. Okay, so the bodies we mentioned earlier that's still open. Check it out in some relationship shared. And our journal we announced earlier, thank God we got the ISSN. So the website is already on, and we have opened up for online submission. So check the homepage, look at the focal point. It's institutions and enrollment research, just like our name is DIaDeRC. So that are for our focus, anything around institutions, development, focal points. So check it out on our website. You see, when you go to our website, under resources, you see a drop down, journal. Click on journal, or just DIaDeRC.journal. Take it there straight. Okay, still on this one I mentioned earlier. Those that came earlier, I was playing from the channel. So is this one our normal channel you have is what we do our streaming, our training, but this one will be customized to showcase what I call bespoke resources. We have done 2 now, so we post it once a week on key areas. And like I mentioned earlier, if you have any other topics you wanted to cover, please do let us know in the comment or by writing us program at diadeRC.org. We'll take it. And many of them that are already in place. Will be uploading them once a week, every Wednesday by God's grace. So the second one, we've done 1 and 2. The second one will be ready again this Wednesday. So let's subscribe to it so you can get resources into the post, and also share with your postgrads or colleagues that also benefit from it. You'll be glad you did. All right. Again, like I mentioned earlier, happy new month to everyone. If you can write just a happy new month on the chat. Month of June is a great month for us. We pray that this month shall be a month of jubilation to God's glory. And thankfully, like I mentioned earlier, 28th of May was the one with ASMN turned 2. Of ASMN was flagged up on the 28th of May 2023. And within a short time, the testimonies are amazing. We have trained over 1,200 persons on this program. And on the premium membership, I have over 100 of them across almost every country of the world. I want again to mention that this anniversary was celebrated in a very grand style. This is the Vice Chancellor of Best University of Technology, the very first private University of Technology in Nigeria. After signing the MOU with the chair of DIaDeRC. So this is just so it came as a way to celebrate the second anniversary of DIaDeRC, which is quite overwhelming. So this is the good picture we had that these are DIaDeRC team that were there live. And these are the VC, the study for registrar, and the team. These are Lego. So it's a very wonderful moment to celebrate ASMN. So congratulations to all of us. And one thing again is this for this signing it came very timely because there is a workshop and network conference we were planning, and by God's we were planning to already partner with Best University of Technology sometime around last quarter of the year. So watch out for it. The event page is if you go to DIaDeRC, it's under the event page. This link. Details will become around it, so you can come physically either from Uganda, from Russia. Those that cannot come for logistics can join virtually. So let's watch out for that event, and it's going to be great by God's grace. Having said that, we are now moving on. So let me not talk too much. Permit me to ask our head of admin to introduce our speakers for the day. Okay, so let's welcome our admin as introduce the speaker for the day. We'll start with the first and then second. What do you want?
Good evening, everyone. So today I will be reading the citation of one of our facilitators for today, in person of Dr. Patience Tunji Olayeni. Dr. Patience Tunji Olayeni is a senior lecturer at Covenant University, Nigeria. She is also a senior associate research fellow at the University of Johannesburg, South Africa, and a visiting scholar at the Royal West University of Applied Sciences, Germany. She is a recipient of the Chancellor's Award for Exceptional Research in 2018 and the University of the Free States South Africa UFS South Africa postdoctoral research fellow in 2019. She currently serves as the coordinator, Grants, Scholarships, Awards and Fellowships (GSAF) at Covenant University and a member of the DIaDeRC Advisory Board. She is the chair of Regional Center of Expertise RC Ogun and the convener of Women Academics in Construction WAIC. She has supervised many postgraduate students and has secured about £400,000 research grants. Let's welcome our facilitator for today. The second facilitator for today is Dr. Judith Ani. Dr. Judith Ani holds a PhD from the University of Ibadan. Her career began in the financial sector before working on a Ford Foundation-funded project. She volunteered as the LAPO Institute at the LAPO Institute, where she later became the research and development manager. She founded the Education and Research for Sustainable Development, supporting vulnerable individuals in urban and rural communities. Dr. Judith has received awards and fellowships from prestigious institutions, including Codesura's MRI Grant 2024 and 2025 and African German Network of Excellence in Science Agnes 2023 award. With this, we welcome our facilitators for today's. Sit back and enjoy today's episode.
Okay, let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. First is okay. One minute. Let's do this. Sorry. Yeah, can we see her screen? You can see her screen, right? Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be part of this mentorship training series. I specifically want to appreciate the leadership of DIaDeRC for this great privilege provided me to share. I want to take this opportunity to celebrate the convener of ASEM, because he's doing a phenomenal work at a time where anybody that has any form of connection or resources are bolting out in their thousands out of Africa. He's gathering all that remains of Africa's human capital to raise a new generation of researchers. And I think what he's doing is really commendable. We can only pray that God will expand his coast and make more room for him. So I'll just jump right into my presentation. Relevance of partnership and collaboration for professional advancement. My outline is as follows: a brief introduction, types of collaboration, benefits of collaboration, my network of collaborators, gains from my collaborations, identifying potential collaborators, and salient tips on effective collaboration. As a way of introduction, we are all social beings. We are meant to be relational. We are wired to depend on ourselves, and we are better when we are together than when we are alone. We cast our mind back to the story of creation to see when God created the earth. We saw that everything he created was good. But then, even though man too was good, it took a second look at man again and then said, it's not good for man to be alone. For everything God created was good, but man in his alone state was not so good. And then God said, it is not good for man to be alone. I will make a help that can meet his need. So even though the context at that time was about marriage, we can borrow that concept to drive home the message of today, that we were wired and built for collaboration and for interaction with one another. We all know the saying that two good heads are better than one. And for those of us that are of the Christian faith, there's a scripture in the Holy Bible that talks about one person would chase 1,000 and two would chase 10,000. When we look at that, we try to look at the math. One would chase 1,000. It didn't say two would chase 2,000, which would have been double. Okay, it's not a double. It's not a double effect. Not a triple effect. Not even 4 times. It's about 10 times. That shows us the power of collaboration. So the impact of collaboration is astronomical, and it creates such positive ripple effects that has immense benefits. So before I jump into types of collaboration, so what really is collaboration? Collaboration just means people coming together, more than two people coming, more than two or more people rather coming together to produce something, right? So we look at the word collaboration and partnership. They are closely related, but there's just the major difference is that partnership is more formal, while collaboration is a little bit informal. So I can collaborate with a colleague, with a friend, even though at some point a collaboration can lead into something more formal like an MOU. But the basic difference between a partnership and collaboration is that partnership is more formal and collaboration is informal. But they both drive the same goal, more than 2 or more people coming together to achieve a common goal. So we can have the different kinds of collaborations. So because most of my life I've spent in the academic space, I would like to speak about collaboration that we find in the academic world. So I'll talk about types of research collaborations. So we could have collaborations within institutions where colleagues in the same department or different departments in the same institution can collaborate. There could be collaborations with someone in an institution with somebody else in another institution. We could also have collaboration with the government. And so maybe the government is trying to solve a national problem, maybe insecurity problem or a pandemic or issues on bordering around policy design and policy implementation. So these are examples of collaborations with the government. Then we can have collaboration with the industry. And this is where real impact happens, right? So if we do not want our researches to remain on the shelf, we need to learn how to collaborate with the industry, where we can we can produce evidence-based solutions that can solve real-life problems. Then we also have international collaborations that spans beyond the border, that transcends the border of one's country. Now, what are the benefits of collaboration? There's several benefits, but I'll just mention a few. One, it creates creativity and inclusive solutions, because now we are having more than one person bringing a perspective to bear. So there's creativity, there's solutions that are from diverse perspectives and more representative. Two, collaboration brings about better output with less input. For instance, you have a paper of about maybe 4 people collaborating to write a paper. And if it's a best sense scenario kind of collaboration where everybody is truly collaborating, not people adding their names. So in that scenario, you find out that everybody has a role to play. It's either you are maybe proofreading the entire paper, either you are doing data analytics and discussing the results, or whatever your own role is on that paper. You find out that you're not doing everything. You're just putting some input, but at the end of the day, the outcome of the paper is better than when it's just one person that has worked on that paper. The third thing is that it increases citations. So whatever citation accrues from the lead author also accrues to every other person. So we can also, because it is the main author that has it, and then so whoever is on the name on the paper enjoys the same citation. So your citation increases by virtue of collaborations. Then greater impact and exposure. So when you have several people on a paper, the readership of that paper increases, particularly if it's an international paper. So there are people that they are looking out for author A, others are looking out for author B, others have author C, D and E, and on it goes. So you see that the impact from that publication begins to increase and then more exposure, because there's so many people and their networks are all looking out to read that paper. The fourth or the fifth thing is that it increases the impact of the journals. It's just almost natural. As the paper increases, the papers in a particular journal also increases. Then better funding opportunities. So funders believe that works that have been jointly done are more robust. So if you are writing a proposal and you are providing evidence of past work, it's better to use examples or put in works that have been jointly done than sole works. And then it increases your chances for mobility and transition. So at any point in your life, if you think that, at any point in your career, you feel you want to change jobs, or you want to change roles or change regions. So if you have a rich collaboration, particularly internationally, it gives you an edge. So I'm just trying to share with us what the network of my collaborators, or the network of my collaboration looks like. Okay, so these are not just places where I know people. They are places where I have active work going on in 2025 by the grace of God. So it spans almost across every continent except for South America. So what are some of the gains of collaboration so far? As I look back, I see that collaboration has really been beneficial to me. It has really been helpful to my academic career. Here is my Google Scholar page. And as you can see there, by the help of God, I have over 2,000 citations. I know there are many people listening that could have several, much more than that, but I just want to use this as a case. I want to make a point. So if you look at the list of papers here, you'll find here that for the first 2, I'm not the lead author on those papers, but then they are where I have the highest citations. Where I'm lead author is the 3rd one, but all my papers there is just 49 citations. So I would have missed out a lot if I had not collaborated with these people. It means that if I don't have these collaborations, my highest citations would have just been 49 when I put it together. But thanks to collaboration, we see how that this has enhanced my citation. The same thing for my Scopus page and my Scopus metrics. Now, that first paper there was published in 2025, and it has a citation of 2 already, right? So if I had not had that collaboration with that mentee of mine, see, I'm not even the first author. If I don't have that collaboration with her, I would have missed out on additional 2 citations for this year. So these are just some of the ways that collaboration enhances what we do as academics and as researchers. Again, if you want to expand your network by trying your hands into writing books, particularly edited books. So beyond having an idea that you want to write a book, you need to think about other things, other resources, like if it's an edited book, for instance, where you're going to have several chapters, you must think about people that are going to be willing to publish in your book. And to do that, you need to have a wide array of people that you know across globally, right? You also have to think about the reviewers that are going to be reviewing those works, and also even collaboration with the publisher. In this case, it was Routledge, that's not Taylor & Francis. So, and the book was published in Scopus, and it's indexed in Scopus already, and all the chapters also in the book. So to accomplish our lofty ideas, we cannot do them effectively when alone. Also, by the grace of God, I'm the convener of WAIC, and it is Women Academics in Construction. Is a capacity building network mainly for women and postgraduate students in the built environment. And the objective of that network is as listed, right? And to really, it's just like ASMN, we have almost similar goals and objectives, right? It's a learning platform, it's a sharing platform, it's a capacity building platform. And we meet every month, right? And when we meet, we have online webinars. And when we do, we have like 4 speakers. And for us, we have 10. We have January to October at the close of our own year. And we have for that like 40 every year. And we have been running by the grace of God for like 3 years. So you see, for you to be able to sustain such a vision, you have to have it. By the help of God, you need a very robust collaboration and network. The website is there. We'll check it out at our free time. Then the next question in our minds, I guess, would be, so how do we identify collaborators? One, we must define our interests and our goals. We must define our interests and our goals, because with that, you must first know where you are going before you can know who can accompany you in that journey. Okay, so Professor Evans, for instance, is a mentor of mine. I admire his style. Okay, I desire to accomplish what he has accomplished. Okay, but with all due respect, I'm not really in his network because we are not in the same field per se. Okay, so I've defined my interest and I've defined my goals in as much as it inspires me, right? But I'm not in his network, so you must define where you want to be, what you're interested in becoming or in achieving, and then follow, so that when you see the people that are in that field, you can easily latch on to them. Okay, so the other thing is that we can leverage on our recommendations from our mentors. So our mentors, mentorship is a very, very it's an asset anytime, any day. You will naturally inherit the network of your mentors. So if you have had good robust relationship with your mentors, which you should have, you would naturally inherit their network. But also we should attend and participate in international seminars and conferences. Okay, so there are travel grants that we can access to help us achieve this. We should also leverage on our social networks, our peers who are more exposed than we are, senior colleagues who have gone on one fellowship or the other. We can get network, we can get collaborators from them. And of course, we should join professional research communities. The last thing I would like to speak about is about salient tips for effective collaboration. So yes, everybody wants to collaboration, everyone wants to grow their network, but we must understand the dynamics of good collaborations. So the first thing is value. We must bring value to the collaboration table, right? So what do you have to offer? Values like magnet that attracts metal, right? So we must have value. There must be something we want to exchange for that collaboration that we want. Okay, so nobody wants to have a liability or someone that is a burden on their team. Everyone wants someone that wants to call, that is adding something positively. And for us in the academia, some of these And this value can be in the form of papers in the area that we are seeking collaboration. It could be patents. It could be skills like monitoring and evaluating skills, data analytics, so just something that you can bring to the collaboration table. Nobody wants to have nothing, when we come to the collaboration table. So the second thing I would like to mention is digital presence. Digital presence. So we must be digitally present. We must have a digital footprint. That is, we must be findable online. These days, nobody ever goes to, as far as collaboration is concerned, nobody goes door to door to knock, to look for anybody. The only way people know that you exist and that you are doing something worthwhile is by typing your name online and finding you doing something. So we just must be digitally present. For us in the academia, we should ensure that we are registered on Google Scholar, ResearchGate, academia.edu, and also we should have an Orchid account and also LinkedIn. And on these platforms, we should describe ourselves. We should use words that are relatable to people in that field, words that they can relate with to describe ourselves. For instance, if I see someone describing himself on LinkedIn using words like agile construction or sustainable construction, green construction, civil engineering, urban planning, architecture, all of those kind of words, quickly, I know there's something in that for me. It's something that is relatable to me. So, and again, to just quickly mention, some people have they probably might be academics, but they have some side things they do. Maybe they make hair or they sell the bags or they sell the other things, And if you really want to pursue academia, you want to pursue your career in academics, you shouldn't use those things you do by the side to describe yourself. Not that anything is bad, it's just that you will attract another kind of network, right? So if it is this you want to follow, then we focus on it. Just like the Chancellor of Covenant University used to tell us, we have to focus on our core, let our core be the main thing, and while the complementaries be the other things, right? So we must know how to prioritize what is core, what is focal. And then I'll quickly move to the last point, which is people management. And on this point, I'd like to talk about 4 things. So people management is that thing that will give us an edge. When everybody that has been shortlisted, so to say, or every person that's about to be shortlisted has value. They are digitally present. So what will set you apart? What will set you apart is that ability to manage people, because in the final analysis, we are recommended by people. The world has become a global village, right? So that's ability to be able to manage people is very critical. So I'll just mention 4 things quickly. 1, you should be kind and cautious. Treat people the way you want to be treated, whether they're subordinate or they're superiors. Honor people, respect them. The second thing I'd like to talk about quickly is that we should be aware of pride. We should be aware of pride. Pride is almost endemic to the human nature, right? But it is more prevalent in the academia because it is a knowledge industry, and the Bible tells us that knowledge puffs up, right? So it is. So when you see people in the academia, they have papers, so they become, as if nobody can talk to them anymore. They have grants, and then you become like a demigod, that kind of a thing. It doesn't endear people to you, okay? Just permit me to also mention again Professor Evans. So his humility is so, I don't know how to explain it. It's so strong. I don't know what adjective to use to explain it. It's beautiful to see when someone has achieved a lot, yet humble. So we should watch out for pride. And the third thing I'd like to talk about is ungodly affinity for money. Money is good. It's good. But the point is, it shouldn't come in between our collaborations or our collaborators. You get into a team and prove that you are, you are smarter than everybody when it comes to the money thing. And this has become an undoing for many Africans, okay? So you get people outside our space saying they may not want to collaborate with people from this side of the divide because of these kinds of attitudes. So let's watch it. And the last thing I want to mention on this people management is loyalty. And this point is critical more for postdocs and for research fellows. right? You get into a country or into a lab, the reason you are there is because of a particular host, right? That's the reason why you are there. Or whilst you are there, you will now begin to, try to look for other opportunities, right? Well, I think it's a matter of convictions, but I think it is not right, because you will be seen as someone that is not reliable and someone that is not loyal, right? They might look at you and feel, oh, you may even sell out their trade secret. And that is not a very, very good thing. So whilst you are there, face what you have come for to do. And after the collaboration, even if they reach out to you, after the collaboration, you can then, after you finish this first set of collaboration, you can then reach out to other persons, right? Because when God opens a door, it's not all that door that he intends to open. There are many, many things he wants to do, but it depends on how we nurture and manage the relationships that he has given to us. Thank you very much, and I'll be happy to take questions.
Okay. Okay, can we hear me? So let's get our question coming. Why I hook on to the Judy to join us? She's having some network challenges. I want to see whether we can find a way around it. So if you have a comment, please, you can raise your hand if it's burning. I will take it. By the way, let's even clap for her first and appreciate her. Thanks so much, everyone that's really comment on the chat. Yes, if there's a comment, let's keep it coming. Or we appreciate her. The next speaker will join us right well. She's having network issue, but I'll be able to connect with her. Yes, if you have your hand, you can raise your hand. Okay, thanks so much for clapping. You can raise your hand. People like this are not easy to come by, so let's maximize this opportunity. Like we saw in her profile, is a woman of many parts. Okay, so anybody raise your hand, we will recognize you, or you can use a chat, we will get it. Any question? Quick question? Anyone? Okay. So let's while we are still, whether you are here on the Zoom or on YouTube, please let's check, get the question coming. While we are doing that, let's me try to connect with Dr. Judith as she gets set to start. Okay, thank you so much. Hello, can everybody hear me? Hello?
No, we
Yes,
can't.
I can hear you, Prof.
Yes, those
loud and clear.
on Zoom, if you can
Yes,
hear me,
sir, we
write
can hear
yes on the
you.
chat.
Yes, we can
We
hear you,
didn't hear
sir.
you initially. We are just hearing you now.
Thanks so much. So the lady is having network issue, but she's going to speak from. I think, yeah, she will be speaking right away from WhatsApp. But so you hear her voice now. I already shared her screen, which you can see. If you can see her screen, please write yes.
Yeah, but I can't see the screen.
Yeah, but we can hear, but don't worry. So, but you have it's your work, so you can speak to it. I know you are smart. Okay. So I've shared that screen right away. So Judith, you have the space now. Just tell me next slide. I'll be at your command.
Okay, all right, Prof. Just a minute. Let me get it open on the phone. So I hope everyone can hear me.
It's loud and clear.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Can we hear?
Hello? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes,
you.
we can. Can continue.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay. Or let me try and call you from my.
Yes, we do. We can hear you.
Okay. Please. Okay, let me see where I should, if I call you on WhatsApp. They can hear, what? Yeah, they can hear you, ma. Yeah, they can hear you, ma. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Prof, we can hear you.
Go on, ma.
Okay, all right. I'll
Yes, Prof, I can hear you.
because of I'm having serious network challenge even moving around.
Okay, take your time.
By computer. Okay, so I'll be speaking on partnerships that work. I'm sure you can see my slide. Partnerships and collaboration for professional advancement. Although I wasn't privy to hear the first speaker when she made her presentation, but I don't have any doubt that she must have done justice to the whole presentation. So when we talk about partnerships, I'll just be speaking to the slides. When we talk about partnerships, collaborations, partnership has to do with an agreement or a formal agreement between different parties where you come together to achieve mutual goals while working together formally or informally. And collaborations could be cross-sectional. It can also be something that is interdisciplinary, a way like a kind of creating a synergy. I won't dwell on this so much because I know that the previous speaker may have talked on that. So why does partnership and collaboration matter? Partnership and collaboration is very important because it affords us the opportunity, to have professional growth. For us in the academia, it gives us enormous access to funding and resources. Partnership also helps us have broader reach and impact. As a researcher, and academics, of course, one of our goals is not just to conduct studies, but to have impact, to create value, to make sure that our work gets out there. The more you partner the people, the more you have broader reach and make more impact. Partnership and collaboration will also help you have shared knowledge and a level of innovation. Of course, it gives you high level of global visibility and it helps you to network. Why is partnership and collaboration very relevant? Don't forget that you can partner with NGOs as an academic, and I'll talk on that. In academic work today, people don't just look at you working with your fellow academic. People want to see you work with people in the industry. It's true they may not have the theoretical expertise, but they have the practical expertise. It's important for you to, when you are writing a paper, try and get somebody a policymaker, someone in the industry to collaborate with you on that project, even in grant application. It's very important. When you partner with people,
Daniel, Manuel, yeah, one of my favorite. Yeah, Manuel, Badra. Yeah. And you're Banon.
Let me please.
Excuse me.
It's with
All
your
right, thank you, Prof.
Yeah, go on. Please.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Prof. Partnership and collaboration is very important that sometimes a lot of people take it for granted. Partnering with people is not just because you want to write a paper or put my name, just like what many people do in the academic. It is much more than that, right? Partnerships will help you have funding and grant access. And I'm going to give you practical example on that. What are the best practices for partnerships and collaboration? I'm sorry, I have to rush through because of network so that when you have questions, we'll discuss more. When you are doing partnerships and collaboration, there are best practices. And I'm also going to be giving you a real life example of how partnerships and collaboration does not work. When you're partnering with people, be sure that you understand the goals for that partnerships and let there be mutual respect. Respect is very important. You respect timelines, you respect deadlines, you respect even the roles you are assigned, and make sure that whatsoever you are assigned to do in that team, you do it. Make sure you also understand what your roles are, and communication skills is something that is lacking among different academics. It's important that as an academics, you must have and know communication skills. The way you write, always understand that in communication, there's something they call intended meaning and perceived meaning. Be sure that the way you communicate with your team member is in tandem with your intention. Don't let people read something different into your communication or into your messages. And write in clear terms, write clearly, write precisely. And when you are dealing with formal partnerships, right, it's important to also understand and know how to even down to sending emails. Because sometimes you could be partnering with people who are not at par with you. You could be partnering with people who are senior colleagues. And it's important to understand how to communicate respectfully with such people. There's also a place for trust and accountability in partnerships and collaboration. It's also very important to enter into formal agreements using things like memorandum of understanding and even entering into contracts. Time management is very critical. And I'm saying all of these things from my personal experience. And I'm going to talk about the practicality of all of these things very soon. So, what are the challenges in partnership? Sometimes there could be misaligned goals. You could see a curve, and then because you're excited, because you feel that you are not delivering, because you feel that you become so stale, you just jump into that without really understanding what the goals are. So there could be a challenge of misaligned goals. There could be a problem of power imbalances, and this particular challenge usually emanates from the superior down to the subordinate. There is a team or a partnership you could form, and it demands that different work roles be given. You see now, because you are a junior colleague, so to speak, the senior colleagues will leave the bulk of the work for you. Those are power imbalances, and it should not apply when entering into partnerships and collaborations with people. Or depending on what you guys are, on what the goal is, they could leave you to do all the jobs or all the work involved in that assignment. Power imbalances. There's also a challenge of poor communication. There's also a challenge of low interest and even lack of teamwork skills. You can see, when we talk about having soft skills as an academic, as a researcher, it is very important because you never can tell who you can work with. You could be in Nigeria, you could be in Europe. Remember that there is a place of cross-cultural collaboration, right? The way you use words, the way you talk, the way you write, people can misconstrue it because what obtains in our culture in Nigeria is different with what obtains in another culture. So partnerships and collaboration is even way deeper than the way we may just casually perceive it like, oh, I've worked with this person on this paper or I applied on this project with this person. So before I share some personal experiences, I want to make this call to action, what to do. One of the things I want to encourage everyone listening to me is to make sure you enter into, remember that my title is partnerships that work, collaborations that work. To make sure you get into SWOT, make sure you join research networks and innovation hubs. And I don't want to cite so much example, typical example of which I am so confident and a lot of people have harnessed in the past and made some incredible impact and got some credit on that. As a matter of fact, you guys can see that my network is really poor because I'm far away in the north, somewhere in Bauchi State. Okay, so this was a product of partnership, and I'm going to talk about it shortly. So look for calls for joint proposals. Google, share calls, and look at who and who you can partner with. And I will talk on practical example on this again. You have to attend collaborative events, something like this we are participating in. We have premium membership in DIaDeRC. What premium membership does is that it gives you a closure, it gives you more access to partner and collaborate with like-minded people. Remember, even as Christians, we say that many are called, but few are chosen. Being a premium membership gives you the practicality of how partnership and collaborations work. And I'm also going to give you a typical example of what I mean. Of course, the social media platform is there. You have the LinkedIn. Look for people in the same area with you. Look for people with the same interest with you. Write them, chat them up. I've got a couple of messages like that. I've also written to people like that in the past, and the responses I got from them are so encouraging. Okay, and then build your skills. Build your skills. Don't just rely on having a PhD or maybe you are a postdoctoral student and all of that. It's important for you to have soft skills. Soft skill is very important. Learn to build your leadership skill, your communication skill, your time management, so many skills. Those are the things you don't learn in the classroom, but it's something that you must build with time. Now, I'm going to be sharing some personal experiences before I give you my final thoughts on partnerships and collaboration. Now, on this screen, that you can see personal experiences, the good and the not so good. Now, let me start from the not so good. I've had a couple of experiences trying to partner and collaborate with people, and I ended up getting frustrated. You know why? I thought that these people don't respect time and reach out to you because they have an opportunity that you don't have. They know that, or they just want to, build up with you. I've had a couple of times that I reached out to people. I said, okay, let's work on this topic. As a typical example, let's work on this topic. I have access to funding for publication. And you know that when you want to publish in a reputable journal, it's expensive. Some is as costly as $3,000. Sometimes I have access to this funding. I said, okay, I want us to collaborate on this. It's not like I cannot work on this alone, but I want you to bring your idea, put in your idea. Let's work on this together. I had so many people that jumped in on that. When we started working, a lot of people dropped. Some people don't even respond to messages. Some people don't keep the timeline. They just leave you hanging there. That is totally bad. I've also had a couple of experience where someone will reach out to you, oh, doc, please, I want us to work on this together. And you invest your time, your resources into doing your own part. You never hear from them again. Tomorrow, this person, even when they have much more important things, they cannot recommend you. And let us not forget that the academic and research space or industry is like a circle. It thrives on recommendation. I know so many people that have worked with other people that they got recommended based on their professionalism and work ethics. I think I've lost my. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are back now. We lost it for 20 seconds. Go on, ma.
Okay, I'm almost done. I'm trying to rush through so that network will not kick me out again. Okay, so on the good experience I've had, I can say that the good supersedes the bad. Let me give you a typical example, and I like using this example each time I'm making a presentation. People with you today, about 2 years ago, when Professor Evans started DIaDeRC, after listening to him speak, I saw that this is something I'm interested in. I was once a mentee, like everyone listening to me here. I reached out for Evans. I said, please, I would like to be a part of this. It's also a partnership. Prof, I would like to partner with you. Even if you don't use that word partnership, indicating interest in what someone is doing and telling the person, oh, I want to be part of the process. Remember the key word there is the process. It is partnership, right? So, and I can say that my collaboration and partnership with Professor Evans today has been so much instrumental to my professional advancement. Okay. And then again, I've also partnered with 3 colleagues in DIaDeRC, Dr. Lovett, Benderlin from Cameroon, and Adeleke. I mean, we've got a grant, working together. We've got a grant. This is the product of what? Partnership. The last episode was on robotics. No, was on artificial intelligence. I was one of those people who feel that artificial intelligence is only for computer gurus. But I never even realized that even as a sociologist, I have a role to play in AI research. And I've worked on 2 projects and I've on 2 proposals with the speaker on that day. And I saw that, oh, this thing you feel that it's not something that you can do. You see that it is something you can do. I've also have to reach out to some professors. I said, good day, Prof, please. I'm working on this paper. Can you bring in your expertise? And they do. We publish together. I'm not just talking about Nigeria. I'm talking about even outside the country. It is very important. Partnership builds up. As a matter of fact, if you want to build, I'm giving my final thoughts. So can you go to the last slide? If you want to build your capacity and capability as an academic, you must learn how to thrive on partnerships and collaboration. This is because Helen Keller said that alone you can do so little, but together you can do so much. Okay? And professional growth is not just a solo journey. It is not. It is something you have to work with together. And then I say that collaboration is a strategic necessity in today's academic and development ecosystem. Collaboration. You can't just do it alone. The more area. This is no longer a time you hold knowledge. You just want to be the only contributor. As a matter of fact, in my university, when you publish alone, especially as a postgrad, you are even seen as somebody that doesn't have skill, that cannot work with people. They want to see you partner with people in the industry. They want to see you partner with people in different faculties. You must learn how to start now. I remember the African proverb that said, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And you must start now. And I'm making that call. I'm sure that there will be a link after this call. I want you to get into the hub for these partnerships and collaboration. In DIaDeRC Premium membership, you will see a lot of professionals, and I mean professionals, people in science, people in law, people in policy, people in the industry. And these people, they are always ready. They are always ready to collaborate and partner with you. So thank you so much for your kind attention. My name is Judith. I would like us to connect. I would like us to collaborate. And I would like us to partner on projects and, programs. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Judith. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Let's use our digital hands to clap for her while we're sharing our screen. I think we are making good progress. Okay, now the two speakers are still around, so if you have question, we can note it on the chat. Or if you want to raise your hand, we take it before we go to the last session, which is the announcement and closing. So we still have some time. Yeah. So please, we're now in a Q&A session. Thanks so much. Okay, for your next session. Yeah, thanks so much, AC. All right. So any good order for this last speaker or the previous speaker? Let's get them coming. Let me check the chat box. Whether you're on YouTube or you're on WhatsApp, sorry, on the Zoom. Let's get the question coming. Let's get it coming. Okay, let me check. I was checking. Okay, thank you for myself. Wow. Okay, thanks so much, Ingwe. Okay, while our questions are coming, let's so whether you're on YouTube, you can really put the chat on YouTube, or you're on the session here, you can note it on use the comments. Otherwise, you raise your hand if it's something burning your soul, want us to hear. That would be great. Okay, so while they are coming, let me stop sharing this slide now as we move on to the next. She mentioned something in her slide, collaboration. Okay, I'm still waiting for hands to be raised. Checking the comments. Somebody raised a question. Yeah, okay, there's one on, yes, thank you for that wonderful presentation. My question is, how can someone, young researcher, build collaboration? That's from Chisda Manasseh. How can someone, a young researcher, build collaboration? You want to take that? Yeah. But anybody know if you can take it? I think it's the same topic, isn't it? Yeah, please,
Okay.
she can respond now.
Okay, thank you very much for your question. You're already in the right direction. This network that you are in is one, right? So, like I said earlier, value is it. And if you don't have value, nobody thinks that you have anything to offer. So at a time like this, where it doesn't look like the opportunities are really big, what you can start doing is to you join a research community like this, find an area in which you are interested in. Not only interested in, but an area that is trendy, a trending area. Because it's not only about the interest, it must be a hot topic. Okay, and start building. If you're an academic now, I don't know whether you're an academic, I'll speak like you are in the academics, an early career researcher, right? So in that area where you have some research interest, what you can do is we have research interest and it is trendy. What you can do is to start looking for do a baseline research, okay, on that area. Either you are doing, maybe you are doing a bibliometric analysis, or you are doing a systematic review, or just providing some data about the concepts you're talking about, right? So that gives you some seed papers that you already have. Okay, and with that, you can boldly approach any of the collaborators that you want, particularly those on LinkedIn. Again, what you can do is to go to Google Scholar or Scopus, type in the names of these, maybe some of the people you have encountered in your literature review. Okay, so you can go and look for them on ResearchGate or on Google Scholar or LinkedIn. Now, you can, when you try to connect with them, and like I said, use words that are relatable so that they can also accept you into accept your invitation. Then when you see them post anything, either you like it or you love it or you even comment, you might think that they are not saying it, but they may be saying it, right? So when you see things like they are celebrating an anniversary or anything, like LinkedIn always reminds me, you just go there and post in something. And then you can then send a message to them. They may respond, they may not respond, but I tell you, out of 10, 1 will respond. one will respond, and then you can take it up from there. And don't also forget, even before we talk about those people that are far away, there might be people even close by, that in your department, around you, just and of course, leveraging on this ASIM network. I'm sure you'll be able to start building your collaboration little by little. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma. Okay. Another question is coming. I hope that answers the question, Dr. Manasseh. Okay, yes, written yes. Okay, thank you so much. If there's another one coming, we now want to go to the next. Okay, somebody asked about the journal mentioned whether to be in this in Scopus. It just came out. The idea just came out. It just got the ISSN this in May. You know, in Scopus, you have to publish for 5 years. But we are very optimistic. It will be in Scopus, it will also be in Web of Science very soon. Because looking at the profile of our, if you go to the website, you see the profile of our editorial board members and also the university board members. These are persons that are reputable, including a Nobel laureate. So direct for excellent is our watchword. But we need to publish for at least about five volumes before we can apply for such indexation. But we'll get there. There's one more from Oluwakemi Bayewu. What has been your experience working with industry partners, and how can we manage different expectations academic? In other words, differing expectations. These are the personal experience. I know you work with people a lot in the industry. Who is writing on my screen? Stop that, please. Okay. Yes.
Okay. For me, I think just like the second speaker mentioned about being able to define goals, right? Once you get into a collaboration, you must have an expectation, and it must be something that is mutual, right? So if the goal is clear and it's mutual, then you are almost able to manage you're almost sure of what the expectations should be. For the industry, they might not be that theoretically sound, okay, but they have an idea of the practicality, of the workability of this whatever concept that you want to explore. And again, that's why it's always good as researchers, we should look for problems that have real life implications, right? And then, of course, it also boils down to the point of having a good fit, okay, between your collaborators. You know where you are going, you know what you want to achieve, so you know that particular industry that should be able to meet that. And once you have a right fit, the issues of different expectations should be minimized. I hope I've been able to help you answer your question.
Okay. Any other question coming as we are making good progress? Okay, no one question coming. Okay, we're going to the next. Which is our next? Let me just show us again. And then this one. Okay. So by my agenda, we are now on the next one. Okay, the agenda for today. Okay, so there's some. Okay, I mentioned two important things we need to engage with. One of them is the please, they are still on ground. So if you have any question, please keep them coming. Okay, she's answered your question. Thanks so much, Esma. Okay. Others, if you have any question, thank you, Kemi, for the feedback. Well, others, if you have any question again, yes, we have a few minutes, so let's keep them coming while we work towards taking the next item, which is collaboration engagement of host, and then working towards the announcement and closing. So we have some few minutes remaining. Let's keep them coming. One is what I mentioned earlier. Some of them also already done it last week, but just a recap. Before I forget, please let's put on our videos. I need to. My team members will ask me, please quickly let's on our video. I want to take a screenshot of of the. Let me stop sharing. So please quickly put on a video, please, for 3 minutes. My media people asked me, I don't want to explain again what happened last week. I forgot. I think I should make it view gallery. Great. Thanks so much, Dorothy. Thanks so much, Jella. Emenike, quick open us. Chinwe, Willie Christopher, Damilola, Adeniran Yinka, Bryce Laundry, Koloko, please. Jeremiah, wow, how are you? From Canada. Yes, thanks. Marcos, I want to see your face. Rich, please, if you can, except you're in the place, you can't show your face. Otherwise, Kennedy Bello, let's take it. Okay, Lake, your video, Kennedy Bello. I'm going to take the first screenshot now. Yeah, Manessa, okay. I want to take the first screenshot while we wait for the next page. That's page 1. Okay. Now the next page, page 2. I saw Gena, Zacharias, okay. Okoyemi, Ola, Vuju, Abiodun, Tafak, Anthony. Your videos, please, before I forget. Last week I forgot, I was explaining to them. For this week, I didn't forget. All right. Okay, thanks so much for cooperation. I appreciate taking now. Thanks so much. Now move on to the question can still be coming while we are working together on that. Collaboration. So let's put to work what we have learned about collaboration now. Okay, I want to show my screen and we want to take the practical aspect of collaboration. Okay. Can you see my screen? Now this one is to ask us to this link. You can see the name is to move it from full screen. Great. I will move full screen. I want to put it on the chart. So the first thing is to ask us to engage with this. Yeah, can you see it? So on the chart, this is the first one. Last week we did it, but not everybody. So for this one, this is our YouTube. Why is not going on? Yes. So the first assignment is to click on that link on YouTube, and then if you're not subscribed there, just subscribe to it, like and comment on it. This is our second YouTube link that is only for customized resources. We have the general one we use for streaming, for meetings, but this one is for only customized, and it's just simply called a Scholars Mentorship Network because many people are joining us from South Africa. So we not only Africa we're focusing on. So that's the aim of that link, YouTube link. So click on that and engage with it by subscribing, liking, comment, and watching you. So we're going part of our put it to work what you have just learned. That is first assignment. Second one is coming right away. Please, I'm watching you. Let's engage with us. Let me go to the second one. Second one is the post. Today we just talk about Happy New Month today. So my team members made a post on YouTube and on YouTube and on Instagram, on Twitter. So I want to copy it again. The second one, second assignment is like this. Okay. So again, the second one is already posted. Your assignment is simple. Repost, share, like, and comment. And the third one is the one is let's link for this. The link for this. Copy link. Yeah, that's Asmina too. But you will copy. Where is the link? Where is the link? Share, okay. Copy link, great. So the second one is on Twitter, and then how many of us have shared it? So just click link and then engage with them. That's Twitter. The last one will be on Instagram. That's on Instagram. Yeah, good. So, and you have to like it and then follow us on that page. Like it, share, and follow us. Putting the link. DIaDeRC 2. Copy link. Copy link. Okay. So this is the third one. ASMN. Okay. So let's engage with them. Let me go back to my slide. All right. So I'm watching that while we try to remind us of what we have announced earlier. The exercises are still open. So the one for today, episode 4, we come out tomorrow by God's grace, or at most Tuesday. So those of us who have done episode 1, there's one. Thanks so much. If you have anyone remaining, there's 1, 2, 3. Please, the links are still open. Ensure you engage with them. You'll be blessed. And then the journal, as I mentioned, the journal again is already open up for submission. And then, as I mentioned earlier, that with this MOU we signed recently with Best University, we'll be hosting a physical event or hybrid event. And there's papers that will come up from that event. We'll feature them as part of this special issue for the journal. Okay. And so details on that, like I mentioned, to give us time to plan for it, we're looking at the last quarter of the year, but we already have an event page that will show you the conference, the likely team, the sub teams, and that. Okay. So that is the other one I will mention. Okay, I just this demo we just signed with them on Friday here to mark as part of one way to celebrate African Scholar Mentorship Network at 2. It is ASMN at 2. Okay. I think you mentioned it again. Talk about ASMN Premium. I want to again remind us and encourage us. So this is the link for it. I want to just go to our website, DIaDeRC.org, click join the network, and you will see the details and all the benefits. Once you join, it's automated. So once you join, you follow the process, and there's a separate WhatsApp group for that, where we share closed and classified calls for a number of calls have been shared there. So, and also you put them in different clusters where they collaborate. So kindly check it out, and you'll be glad you did. You subscribe to that. One again to mention is certificate will be ready. So by next week, which is the last episode, our co-host, Professor Folabi will be there live with me again. So, and then there'll be room to share your testimonials. So normally we collect from the exercises you share, and the exercises, there's a place to share testimonials. So we collect from there, our team members collect from there. And you can be allowed to share, you can be given time to share physically, or it will be read out. So let's get set. So basically on experience sharing. And I want to also request our other speakers to be likely invite them again to join us. So it's going to be a very robust session with all of our speakers being available again to share the experience like we have seen today. Because these are things you cannot find on ChatGPT. It's their own experience. It's not yet documented. So it's about tips on experience sharing on networking, what to go about it, and I'll be there to give my examples. Professor Folabi will be there again as well to give his own perspective, and other speakers will be there as well. So let's get prepared. Same link, same channel, same YouTube streaming. Let's get set. Invite your friends and your colleagues and to be there. It will be great. Okay, one again, I mentioned by your premium, yes. By Jonas, I'm sure that's okay. I think I will pause now to take the last round of questions, or otherwise, I see what you need for you to those things I put on the chat. If you have responded to them, please, they are put, share both the YouTube link, the Facebook link, the Twitter link, the Instagram link. Just this about today's post about Happy New Month, and also the other ASMN too. So engage with them, share, repost, and then what's happening at that within 2 years, see what God has done. So we are very grateful to God that in a short time like this, we have covered this mileage. Personally, I'm also amazed at the wonders of God. So that's why we wanted to be part of it by helping us share, repost, and comment on it. Okay. Now let's go to the last round of Q&A as we plan to close. We have gone more for a second. Yes, any other question that is burning quick? I want to end this meeting in the next 5 minutes. If you have any question burning in you, you can raise your hand. You can note it on the chat. We will come to it. Okay. We're still engaging those that somebody give us the YouTube link. Subscribe to the. If you're not subscribed to us, you are missing it, because every week we post at least twice. Now to be 3. On Monday is our Mission Monday. We post Mission Monday. And on Tuesday, on Wednesday, we will now be posting on our selected YouTube resource on Wednesday. And on Friday, on Saturday is when we do the feature Friday. We'll feature milestones of our ASME premium members and other team members. So these are things you also benefit by being ASME premium members. We showcase your wins, so celebration, but that's only for ASME premium members. We'll do that on Friday. So from now, we seen us at least on social media posting twice a week. On Monday, which is called Mission Monday, where we bring out the resources for scholars. Then on Wednesday, we'll do the YouTube post for the YouTube link I mentioned earlier. On Friday is our feature Friday. And following us, you'll be seeing, you should have seen it. Otherwise, if you're not following us yet, please, all these links I share, just follow us. So when we post, you will get them. And God will bless you. Okay, yeah, thanks so much, Manasseh, for your feedback. I appreciate it. Thank you for putting this together. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so let's engage. Okay, I've answered this one. Kemi, I've answered your question. Any other question? Kemi has answered. I answered the question on the Jonah. Yes, I've answered that question. Thank you so much. Another question. Let me check. Someone is right. Okay, for the ASME premium membership, can we register now till the last week of? No, please register now. Kemi, if you register now, you maybe register before. You register now, you don't wait until it's open. You register now. If you click on it, register now. If you are depending on it's well defined, depending on where you are coming from, if you there belong to category A, B, C. Once register now, you join the group. It's a group already for it for batch ASME premium batch 3. Okay. So when you click on the link, you know the group you belong, whether batch A, batch B, batch C. But if Kemi, does that answer your question? So please register now. Don't wait until last week is the onboarding. You have to register before, because we'll do your profiling first before the onboarding. So because I think I have it here. We'll close it for, I think we'll close by June 20. I have it, yeah. Yes, if you can see the screen. We'll close by June 20, so we can use the last week to do, we have to profile. Let me show what I mean. We have to profile our, okay, let me just click here. We have to profile you before that. So the deadline is there. Let's register before June 20, so that we can be part of this batch 3 onboarding. Let me just take you to the, if I click this link, let me put it on chat on Zoom. No, shouldn't come there. Sorry, it came as an image. That's what I want to. Okay, so somebody's saying, yeah, somebody's asking a question about we're not longer. 1 minute, 1 minute, I'm so close. We don't have certificates yet. So if you don't have certificates, you know the batch you belong. You be in the other batch. If you don't have certificate yet, you can't. You apply for the other batch you belong to. Let me just click this link. So if you click on this link, let me just take us through there. Okay, follow me. Can we see the screen? I think you're following me. Yes. So it's clear. You don't have certificate yet. You are in batch. You should be in batch. Yeah, batch A is or category A are those that those have certificates. So you don't have it yet. So I think you already there, but you don't have it yet. So yeah, you click on you go to batch category B. Okay, intelligence participant, you go to batch category C. Okay. So I think if you have certificates, because you attach it when you're registering. If you don't have, you go to batch category C. Okay. And like you mentioned, like if you go to here, you see under here, you see I think it will answer what Kemi was answering. Can you see my screen? Okay, let me share this screen I was mentioned earlier. Yeah, this okay. So if you register before June 30, if you go to here, we will do onboarding. Under here, you see there's a small icon here. There's a small icon here. I'm going to. So you see those who are already in batch on the other batches, batch A, batch 1 and 2. So because we will profile you before we'll profile you on before the onboarding. Okay, onboarding is what we now. Let me stop share. Oh, no, it's not coming there. 1 minute share. So when you go to so and then you see the batch batch 1 or batch 2. So this is whatever this is the last batch we onboarded. Let me just share this screen now. If I share now. So if I share this screen, I see before the onboarding, we normally profile. Okay. Let me share this one. I see. Okay. Let me share. Okay. Yeah, so you see, you see the batch, these are the batch we onboarded. So we're doing same, so we'll put them on our website. You know, part of the team prepared for onboarding is to profile them. If you go there, you see for batch 2, before this, you see batch 1. So that's the thing, is one thing we do before the onboarding, profiling. So that if you register before 20th of June, she will to join this batch 3. Also, they'll be profiling of batch 3. And then you can see when you go to join the network. So under is a drop down you see for batch 1, batch 2. And batch 2 will be part of it after the onboarding. So let's get set for it. As I mentioned earlier, register before June 20. You'll be glad you did. Are you possible before the end of this series? But next week is our last. Is the grand finale where we issue certificate for those who qualify for certificate, as I mentioned earlier, and then we'll take testimonial, which is which we do next Sunday, which is the 8th, which is the grand finale of ASMN 5.0. Okay, I want to pause now as a break to close up. 1 minute remaining. I miss any question. Let's take them or comments. Okay, so stop now. Final question, final answer. We're about to go. Okay. All right. Any question again? Want to walk towards closing? Okay. Okay, Manasseh, which link? I think I shared the link already. It's already there, shared on the. Already shared the link. Okay, Manasseh, I already shared the link already. All right. Okay. I think that's all for now. I want to appreciate you for coming. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week Sunday, which is usually be one of the most interesting session. Next week Sunday, this the graph learning first 5.0, and I will encourage our speakers to be available so you can ask questions, and then all of us be available. So they will sharing some tips, especially based on experience on what it means to have a networking, because somebody said, and I believe that very correctly, your network determines your net worth. In other words, how much you worth in this our career is determined by how much you have your network. I mean, I've received invitations. Last month I was in Turkey. I didn't have somebody just please they want an economist from Africa, and somebody my name just was recommended. I was fully funded the event as an economic forum. I was only my part. I was only black on the panel talking about a number of things that we can have. Developing countries the global south can leverage on AI and the economic perspective, economic policies that you put in place. So these are the power of network. You can, and one is that the seed is you saw today. You can read because people are meeting now. You'll be working with them for a number of years ago. And people are working now. These are people I've known for many years ago. So it's like planting a cocoa farm that you keep harvesting the fruits. So take advantage of what I've mentioned, and you'll be glad you did. Okay, there's no final question. I want to pause now. Thanks so much. Jeremiah, thanks so much for coming. Jeremiah, good to hear your voice again. Jeremiah, how are
Yes,
you, man?
sir. Thank you very much. This has
How are
been good,
you?
sir. Very fine. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good
Yes.
to hear your voice again.
Yes, sir. Good to
Wonderful.
hear from you, sir.
All right, so thanks everyone. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Same channel, same network. God bless you, and happy new month again of June. Shall be a month of jubilation and celebration by God's grace in Jesus' name. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Good
And
night.
show you join our network so we get our feedback, our notifications, particularly the YouTube link we shared. God bless you. Good night. Good night. Bis morgen. Bis bad. Yeah. Odaro. Kachivo. Okay. Say good day. Bye for now.
Catch
Yeah.
you.
Bonne nuit of French. Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.
Portuguese. Bonne nuit. All right. See you guys. We love you guys. Happy New Month. God bless you. Bye bye for now. See you guys next Sunday.